welcome to the BomberStrap YouTube channel. In this episode, we're going to talk about replacing the serpentine belt. So first off, why am I replacing the belt? Well, in this situation, I was going off-roading and got into some deep icy puddles, and I came back with a squeaky belt. Not just 1 week after it happened or 2 weeks, 4 weeks to 6 weeks out, it was still a squeaky belt. So I thought, okay, there's something more going on than just moisture, right? And so it's time to replace the belt, but there's also some other things it could have been. It could have been a noisy bearing, like an idle pulley bearing, or something along those lines. So I was working hard to diagnose the issue. So let's talk about what I did to remove the belt. Again, this is not professional advice, this is not my advice. I'm just sharing the steps with you that I learned on YouTube to replace the belt successfully. What I used was a 14mm torque wrench with the extension. The extension is key so that you can get to the tensioning pulley. Next, I used a 12mm attachment to remove the skid plate. That was crucial for allowing light to come underneath and also allowed me to get access to see where to stick my 5mm Allen key in the tensioning pulley system so I could lock it out. So a 5mm key, a 14mm socket with extension, and a 12mm socket will do the trick. As it relates to the idle pulley, I did take it off and put it back on, and what I found on the different forums on Toyota, that you should torque it down to 32 foot-pounds, and so that's why I used this particular torque wrench to do the job. And so this gave me enough lever arm control to reduce the amount of stress it took to open up the tensioning pulley system so I could lock it out, but I also used this to take off the idle pulley system, inspect the bearings, and then put it back on. So you might find that helpful as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll share with you all the different steps I took to remove the serpentine belt. All right, so just a quick review of the steps. Step one is to familiarize yourself with the schematics on how the belt is orientated. So that's number one. Number two, you're going to want to remove the skid plates down below. Those are the 4 bolts, they're 12mm. Just pop that off. That will give you light and then also access from the bottom. Okay. All right. Step 3 is going to be to then take the tensioner pulley system and move the torque wrench over to the left, loosen it, right? So you're going to open it up, stick the Allen wrench in to lock it out. That takes tension off the belt. When that's done, take the belt, pull it off all the pulleys and over the fan belt. Once you get it over the fan belt, you'll be able to take the old belt off. All right, and then you can save that old belt in case of emergencies. Lastly, you're going to apply the new serpentine belt the same way you took the old one off. So it'll go over the belt, over the fan first, and then it'll go through the proper orientation according to the schematic. All right. Then you're going to take the tensioner pulley and you're going to pull it so that you can remove the Allen key that will put tension back into the system. Only do this once you've confirmed that the belt is orientated correctly in all the grooves and where it should be. Once that's done, you can start it up, make sure it's good, and then put the skid plate back on and you're done. That's it. Those are the steps I followed. As for the idler pulley number 2, the exact torque value is not something I want to specify. That's for you to research and determine through your Toyota dealership according to the type of Tacoma or 4Runner you own. So mine's a Gen 3. On the forums it said 32 foot-pounds, but ultimately you want to consult the dealership or the manual to determine the exact torque pounds for the upper idler pulley number 2. So that'll be up to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Those are the steps. Just follow those steps and you should be fine. All right. I appreciate you guys checking out this video. If you have questions, send me a message in the chat. I will do a follow-up video to make sure I end up with the right idle pulley, and we'll eventually do the swap. There was a discrepancy in the type, and I noticed that more threads were sticking through on the original idle pulley than the replacement I got. That was a red flag for me because I was like, okay, this is not going to line up properly the way the old one did. So I'm going to return that, get on the phone with the good people that sent me that idle pulley and do a replacement. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, the BomberStrap is the #1 single mountain bike tailgate pad on the market. If you're in the market for a mountain bike tailgate pad, check out the BomberStrap. It's unique, one of a kind, minimalistic, and will keep your truck looking good. Until next time, we'll see you.